What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing to you an Airsoft review on the King Arms Python Revolver. Now, I had a Tokyo Marui Python about a year ago. Fortunately that ran its course, so I had to make a change. Big difference is, this is a full metal gun. From the barrel, the body, the cylinder, the trigger, the hammer. The grip is made of plastic, even though it looks like real wood. It's not a deal breaker though. It still feels pretty nice. Okay. This is a gas powered revolver, so it's fueled by green gas or propane. So instead of CO2, you fill it just like with a pistol mag. You fill it from the bottom. Because it's green gas powered, you're not gonna get as high of an FPS as a CO2 revolver. That said, this is the Canadian version of the King Arms revolver. So when I got this imported, they've apparently modded to shoot it above 366 feet per second, so it can be imported in here. That said, I don't have a chronometer right now, and due to the COVID-19 situation, I can't go into any field to test it right now. So just based on the sheet that they gave me with all the FPS numbers, it was around 379 to 370 FPS with the first 10 shots. So I'm just gonna have to go with that for the time being until I can actually test this. This is the 6-inch version, as you can tell, so if you get this, definitely get the 6-inch version because you're gonna maximize your FPS more. And I might even look into getting a tight bore barrel for this if I can swap it out so I can get more FPS power for a very specific reason. I'll explain that in a second. Now, there is a safety right here, just like with the Tokyo Marui Python. All the way forward is safety on, so that way you can lock the trigger up in the hammer so you cannot do anything to it. You can take it off, you just flip it to the back, and that allows you to cock the hammer, pull the trigger, all that stuff. Okay, now unfortunately also right off, I'm not gonna lie, I've already experienced some gas leakage issues, and King Arms does address this in one of their videos if you look up their channel. I'm trying my best to fix that right now, so hopefully I can get this properly running without dealing with some leak problems. So that is just something I wish I didn't have to deal with off the bat. So the front sight is fixed. Alright, the rear sight is adjustable for elevation. As you can see, it's got the screw right there. Okay. With my Tokyo Marui Python, I did paint the front sight just to get better sight alignments and precision. I don't know, maybe I'll do that later down the road with this one as well, but for now I'm going to keep it the way it is. The grip, I wish was rubber grip. I don't like the feel of this grip just because of the curve that it has right here, and especially since it's plastic, it makes it even more comfortable to hold with two hands. But for now, unfortunately, they don't have anything else to replace this with, so I'm just gonna keep it the way it is for now, sadly. Okay, now with the trigger pull, it's because it's a double action gun. You can do this. You can either fire in double action like this, or single action, pull the hammer back, and then you have a shorter trigger pull. And the trigger pull on double action is pretty heavy. However, I've been shooting revolvers with the Tokyo Marui for a while, so I'm kind of used to it. However, I feel that the width of the trigger is pretty thin, so it kind of makes your finger feel a bit numb after a while. So that's kind of one thing I noticed, but other than that, not a big deal. All right. Now, in terms of gas efficiency, from what I've tested so far, unfortunately, just because of the gas leaking problems that I'm currently dealing with, I'm not able to get I still can get a decent amount of shots, so I would just to be safe, I'd say anywhere between 50 to 90 shots that you can get. You're gonna be fine because this is just a 6-shooter. It's not 24 shots like the Tokyo Marui, so I don't think it's a big deal. So and you're probably only gonna carry like 4 speed loaders with you at the most, because that's only 24 shots, so you should be fine for the most part. So now with the cylinder, to open it up, you just pull back here with your thumb. I find it a bit stiff at the moment, so hopefully if I play around with this a bit more, it'll loosen up. But then you just push this out to the side and you get 6 shots. Okay, now when I had some wind gun shells. Unfortunately, those do not fit. Those are a bit bigger, and the cylinder holes are smaller. So unfortunately, the shells that only work with this are these King Arms ones. Obviously, you can load these one at a time, or you can use the speed loader that it comes with. That said, I am looking to get some 3D printed revolver shotgun shells for this in a moon clip fashion. I do feel that if you want to make this revolver a bit more practical, try to look into some multi-shot revolver shells, because I think you're not going to be engaging people at a long distance with this. Even with the fixed hop-up that it has, it's not adjustable, and although it's got decent range, it doesn't have very great accuracy. I wouldn't recommend engaging somebody at a distance with this. So instead, turn your revolver, especially if it's a CO2 revolver, turn it into a shotgun revolver more so. So if you can look into some 3D printed shotgun shells where you can like shoot out 3 to 6 BBs at a time, I think you're going to be better off doing it that way when you are playing when you're in close quarter situations. So hopefully with the upgrades, because right now, like I said, it's shooting at 370 feet per second, which is pretty good, but if I can change the barrel out to maybe a Type 4 barrel, if I can find one that is compatible with this, that should hopefully increase the FPS even more. And then when I get if I got the 3D printed shells, it'll shoot 3, and hopefully it'll maintain that similar feet per second, because I don't want to sacrifice too much power for this either. So that's just some of my planning at the moment, so I hopefully can make this a little bit more better for playing. So the hop-up is fixed, so I would just simply recommend 0.2 gram BBs or 0.25s really. Other than that, unfortunately, due to the limited resources and not being able to go out to a field to play right now, I'm not really able to give you too much more details other than that, but hopefully this review gives you a little bit of a guideline of what this revolver is like, at least from what I've experienced with it so far. Otherwise, a very nice collection piece, but hopefully I can make this into a nice practical CQB sidearm as well in the future. So that said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe button down below, and definitely stay safe out there, guys. Alright, until next time, peace out.